baby, my heart's on fire. If you refuse me, honey, you lose me. Then you'll be left alone. Oh, baby, telephone and tell me I'm your own.
Check, please.
Hello again. So this one, trying to figure out which way I want to go here. This one is a little tough. Not in the. I mean, I know how I feel about it, but trying to put it into words is not easy. And the best word I can think of to describe this movie is tired. This movie is tired. Maybe it's because I'm so tired. I went to my first graduation as a teacher today, so I've been up for a long time. I've been working a lot, but this movie is just, this film franchise is just bloody tired. And it's kind of sad to see. It's a film franchise that's been tired for a long time. I don't know. Okay, thank you for moving. Sorry. Now I'm reviewing the guy in front of me now. Anyway, it's a film franchise that's been running in place for a very long time. It's one that one of these days I got to get Matt on here with me. So Matt, if you're watching this, I'm going to get you on here because he and I have these really good discussions about films like this, and we brought up some great points. Is that this film franchise, there's really only so much you can do with it. You can, and Matt said this, and I agree with him, you can change the kind of external details of it, but once you get to its core, they're all pretty much the same movie, and so no matter how good you make it, no matter how well directed it is, it's still just the same frickin' movie over and over again, so that's problem number one, is that there's just nowhere to really go with this franchise. The last time the Alien franchise was entertaining, not good, but entertaining, was Alien vs. Predator. And I'm not saying those are good movies, because they sure as shit aren't. But they were entertaining because you did something new with them. The alien was now fighting a bigger, badder monster. So that was something new. The aliens were on Earth. Something new. It's the last time anybody took any kind of chances with this franchise, and as a result, it's a slog. It's a slog to get through. And that's kind of the other problem. My friend Molly, on her Facebook, she put a status that, like, if you're going to see this movie, number one, it's not an Alien sequel, it's a Prometheus sequel. And that in and of itself is a problem, because Prometheus was not a movie that I felt needed a frickin' sequel. It was a movie that was too big, too bloated, too convoluted, too boring. And this movie, yes, is a Prometheus sequel and follows all the same problems. I'll list out some of the problems. Here's one of the biggest problems with me for this film. Like I said before, the Alien franchise, it's all just basically the same movie over and over and over. Change of location, change of supporting cast. But what made the first three work, and yes, let me stress that, I liked Alien 3. Okay, I thought it was an interesting take on it. It was a satisfying conclusion to the story. But what made the first three work, even though you had different, interchangeable expendables and whatnot, is that it had a core character at the center in Ripley. It was her story, so even though the new characters came in each time, the cannon fodder came in each time, you had a new character you could follow through each one. these movies don't have that. They introduce us to all these new characters, cannon fodder one and all, and I can't tell you a single thing about any fucking one of them. And the stuff that they do give you is like just dropped on you. They have a new captain who looks a little bit like Ty Burrell, but it's not Ty Burrell. And, you know, he's very, you know, because the original captain is, first of all, you know what? Some rules are for if you're in an Alien movie. Number one, don't go into the hypersleep chamber. Those hypersleep chambers are for shit. So don't do that. Number two, don't trust the android. Okay? Anyway, I'm sorry. So they're in the hypersleep chambers, this colony group going to a new planet to colonize, and of course hijinks ensue. They're hit by a solar storm, and the original captain is killed in the tube, you know, and the rest of the crew wakes up. So this new guy, the second in command, is made the captain, and he's very stuttering and very kind of, oh, I'm in charge now. And in this weird, very awkward exposition dump, you know, he's talking to his, who I guess the character was his wife. I honestly don't fucking know. You know, he's like, they didn't make me captain because I'm a man of faith. It's like, where the hell does that come from? And why the hell would that have anything to do with it? So the only thing you know about this character, because it's mentioned in very awkward ways, is that he's a man of faith, which you see no evidence of that throughout the entire film. You have Tennessee, who is the cowboy, and what you know about him is that his name is Tennessee, he likes John Denver, and he wears a cowboy hat. That is the most character development any of the characters get in this movie. The rest of them are that one, that one, that one, and that one. Nobody gives a shit about anybody in this movie. There's no characters to like go, oh, hey, it's you. It's like, no, that our main hero, Danny, a girl named Danny, I don't fucking know anything about her. I can't tell you anything about her. Not a thing. She left no impression. There was no character about her. Nothing. You know, and again, you know, say what you want. I hate James Cameron. I've made that abundantly clear. I hate his films. But I do love Aliens. Aliens is the best of the Alien movies. And even though the Space Marines were all kind of, you know, generic, they all had kind of, you at least knew their characters. You know, even some of the ones that were killed off right away, like Alpone and Frost and Drake, they had a personality, they had a look, they had something that even though it was sparse, because you knew they were cannon fodder, you could still glom onto and go, okay, I get that. And you were legitimately sad. Maybe because you wanted to spend more time with those characters. You felt like you didn't get to know them, and you really wanted to because there was cool stuff about their personalities. Not here. You know, I don't know any of these people. I don't give a shit about any of these people. When some of them start dying, seriously, they're all dying, and you're just like, I don't know who the hell you are. I don't know this girl character from that girl character, or this male character from that male character. The fuck? So you've got that. So that's a huge problem for me. And like the 90% of the film, Matt made the great comment. Again, I gotta get him on one of these. Matt, I'm gonna get you on one of these fucking things. We had just watched Friday. We watched the Beast of Hollow Mountain episode of the new Mystery Science Theater on Netflix. And for those who haven't seen that, I mean, it's this Western monster movie where the monster literally doesn't show up until like the last half hour of the movie. And that's the case with the alien here. The alien doesn't show up until a half an hour towards the end of the movie. Now, that would not be a problem. Again, if they had taken that extra time to establish the characters. Because that's the only thing you really can establish. The atmosphere of an alien film is pretty set. And again, this is another problem with all the alien films. They all basically take the first hour to explain shit that we already know. That we as the audience already know. We can't just cut the bull and go to the next thing. No, we have to rediscover everything that we already know. So they do that, and they don't take time to let us get to know these new characters. Instead, they spent all that time with Michael Fassbender as the evil robot David from Prometheus, waxing on, basically being a serial killer in space. This movie, the first 90 minutes of it, I don't even know how long it is. It felt like forever. The first however long it is Michael Fassbender being, serial killer X in space. And then the last part of it becomes a monster movie. And the serial killer stuff in space isn't interesting because it's all just so pompous and all just it borrows a lot from James Cameron here. It's also pompous and self-important about creationism and all this. It's like, God, just stop. I will say, I in a way kind of find the new origin of the alien creatures kind of interesting in how they did it, but I'll be honest with you, I kind of preferred the origin from all those horrible Dark Horse comics back when I was in high school, where the aliens were actually made by the predators to be the perfect, hunting prey. That's not good sentence structure, but what do you want from me? That explanation actually makes more sense than the one we're given. So anyway, that's number one. Second of all, why do you need an origin for the alien? You don't need an origin for the alien. Not everything. I don't need to know everything about everything. The thing that made the alien and the predator cool in their first couple outings, and yes, again, I liked Predator too, so whatever. But the thing that made the alien and the predator cool is that we didn't know about them. We learned little bits in each movie, little tiny bits that gave us a bigger picture. But that's what made them cool, and that's what's made them fan favorites for so long, is that because you didn't know a lot, because you didn't have every detail of how they were created or where they came from or their culture or whatever, it left your mind open to create it all for yourself. So that's why all those comic books and video games and all of them came out, is because people were like, ooh, what if it was this? What if it was that? What if it was this? I think kind of giving an origin for the alien kind of takes the fun out of it. Yeah. Oh, God. So I didn't like that. So I was already fighting that aspect of it. The other thing, okay, and this is a good news, bad news kind of thing. So here's the good news. Here's something I can say about this, and something I do like about Ridley Scott as a director is, God, his films look gorgeous. So many of the shots in this are so beautiful, and you don't know, for a lot of the external shots and whatnot, you don't know where the practical shot ends and the CGI shot begins. Even some of the bigger sets, I don't know how much of that was CGI and how much of it they actually built, because it looks just freaking spectacular. So he does a beautiful job. He's a great visual storyteller, great filmmaker. But now here's the downside. So a lot of the CGI and everything looks phenomenal, except for the alien. The alien looks terrible, and in some cases, just downright goofy. The birthing scenes that are the hallmark of these films. These films are basically encapsulated by that birthing scene from the very first movie. That's like, you don't need to see anything else, but you see that scene, you're like, fuck, you're sold. So that iconic scene, and again, you can't, in a way I'm sympathetic because you can't remake an iconic scene, but that iconic scene now brings laughter and snickers from the audience, because the alien looks so stupid. There's a moment where the first time an alien bursts out of someone's chest, evil Michael Fassbender is there, and he does this bit, to the alien. I don't know what that's supposed to be. And the little alien, stands up and does this bit, and mimicking him, and people were snickering in the audience for 2 reasons. Number one, I think half of them, I couldn't decide where I thought it was going to go. I thought for a moment the little creature was going to go, I am Groot, because it looked cute. It looked like baby Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. And then for another second, I shit you not, I thought for a second it was going to suddenly go, hello my baby, hello my honey, hello my ragtime gal, like in Spaceballs. It looked that stupid and goofy. So, your CGI is gorgeous for external shots, shots you want for screensavers, but your main monster is, is that. I mean, seriously. So, I guess what I'm getting at is that if you like the Alien movies, if you're like an Alien completist and you feel you've got to watch every single one of these because you're that dedicated, then okay, go. I can't say this is the worst film I've ever seen, but it's not good. It's boring as all sin. And it's like a film that I feel like can't win, and can't win with me, so I don't know if this is a fault of me or of the film, because I'm always bitching that, if you're going to do a sequel to something, do something new, and the stuff they do new doesn't work. But then, so the stuff they do new doesn't work, and then the stuff that they do that is what you would expect from an Alien movie is just the shit from an Alien movie. You've seen it. You've seen it done. You've seen it done better. Oh, that's another thing about these aliens. These aliens, and I know that Ripley Scott kind of wants to ignore all of the Alien movies past his own, so he doesn't even think Alien 2 existed. But these aliens are like the most they're like the most unstoppable motherfuckers. They're, in Aliens, they're shooting them with machine guns and they're blowing apart. This one, they're shooting that motherfucker and it takes forever to kill it. So, oh god, so, again, it's not a bad movie, it's not a bad looking movie, but it's so tired, it's so burnt out, it's so been done. If you've seen any of the other Alien movies, I think you're going to be bored seeing this one. I was bored seeing this one. Matt was bored seeing this one. And, a gorgeous looking film. But I'll be honest, the only movie of Ridley Scott's, while I think he's a great filmmaker, the only movie of his I ever really liked is The Martian. Because the sweeping visuals kind of work for that more isolated feel, that his sweeping visuals and his slow ass pacing. I can't recommend it. I can't recommend it because I think unless you really liked Prometheus, I don't think you're gonna like this one. Because if you're going for an Alien film, I think you'll be disappointed. But then again, we've been disappointed in Alien films for well over 15 years now. Because I think it's played out. You can't do it anymore. What more can you possibly do? I think it's time. I really think it's time to end this series and do something new. I shouldn't have turned that off yet. Do something new. Alright? Just anything. But do something new. I know everybody wants a franchise now. I know everybody needs a constant story arc going, but I don't know if I can sit through another one of these. Just end it here. So that's my 2 cents. If you're an Alien fan, you're going to see it anyway, but I'm I'm done with them. Last week of school. So, I've got summer school I have to attend. There are some big movies coming out, and I'm looking forward to spending some time at the movies because I won't be spending a lot. I won't have to go to school. So, I'm looking forward to that. We're probably going to start that next week with Baywatch. I'm looking forward to this one. It's going to be fucking terrible, but I'm looking forward to it. So, special announcement. I don't know if any of them are watching, but class of 2017, White Station High, Chugiak High, Service, Bartlett, Eagle River High School, East, West, UAA, U of M, any of these places, anybody where I know folks who are graduating, and even if I don't know you, even if you're somebody I've never met and you're watching these, congratulations to you on completing this step, and you're going to go forward into life, and it's going to be a grand adventure. And I wish you all, and if you are my students, either here in Tennessee or back in Alaska, if you're one of my students, I want you to know I'm proud of you, I love you, and I wish you nothing but the best in what's to come. The adventure's just starting, guys. So go forward and be brilliant. Be brilliant, because I know you all can. I love you all. So congratulations, and last little piece of advice I can give you, drive safe, and I'll see you at the movies.